I want to share with you the 10 hacks that I use to get more done in my 40-hour work week than others do working over 80 hours a week. Now, this is what I do to run my business that brings in millions of dollars every year, achieve a healthy work-life balance in my personal life, and have fun all at the same time. Hit that subscribe button if you're new here. We're gonna jump in. The first hack is the 2-minute rule, and it helps you handle small tasks really quickly and efficiently. So here's how it works. When you come across a task that can be completed in 2 minutes or less, don't postpone it, don't add it to your to-do list. Instead, you wanna take care of it on the spot. It's all about taking immediate action to avoid the mental burden of having way too many unfinished tasks. Now, the beauty of the 2-minute rule lies in its simplicity and its effectiveness. By instantly addressing all those minor tasks that might otherwise linger, you'll find yourself feeling way more organized, way more focused, and in control of your workflow. So the next time you find a task that can be completed in a couple of minutes, don't put it off, do it now. The second big productivity hack is time blocking. Now, this hack's gonna allow you to minimize your distractions and manage your schedule way more effectively with sharper focus. Now, rather than tackling your day with an endless to-do list, you wanna divide your time on your calendar into concentrated and uninterrupted blocks dedicated to specific tasks or projects. And each block should be around 30 to 60 minutes long, which is the optimal range for sustaining concentration and making significant progress at the same time. To make time blocking work for you, you're gonna want to establish clear boundaries and minimize distractions during each individual block. Time blocking also helps you strike a really important balance between your professional and your personal life. So you can allocate specific blocks for meetings and breaks, but you can also put in blocks for dinner and date night, and that helps you ensure that you invest time in what's most important to you, not just what's most important to the business. As you're time blocking, follow this third hack, which is to batch similar tasks together to save time and maintain momentum. So let me walk you through it. First, identify your tasks for the day. Then categorize them based off the type of work they are, like meetings or creative work. Next, you want to allocate specific time blocks for each category. So for example, set aside a couple of hours in the afternoon for meetings with different people, or another 2 hours for creative work like writing script or shooting a video. This is going to help you avoid context switching, which is going to kill productivity, and it helps you manage the energy that you have to bring to the tasks. Think of this like an assembly line for your productivity. You're grouping similar tasks together to streamline your work process. Which brings me to the principle number 4, which is the Pomodoro technique. To do this, you want to break your work into 25-minute intervals known as Pomodoros, followed by 5-minute breaks. So after 4 consecutive Pomodoros, you want to take a longer 15 to 30-minute break to recharge. To start using the Pomodoro technique, you just have to follow these steps. 1, choose the task that you want to tackle. 2, set a timer for 25 minutes. 3, work on the task until the timer rings. 4, take a 5-minute break. 5, repeat steps 2 through 4 times. And then 6, after the 4th Pomodoro, take a longer break. By working in short bursts, with breaks in between, you're going to train your brain to stay concentrated and energized throughout the work sessions. Plus, the technique's built-in breaks are going to prevent you from burnout and encourage healthy work habits. And you're going to find that you're more productive when you give yourself time to rest and recharge between focused work sessions. So in your next work session, give the Pomodoro technique a try and see how it boosts your productivity and keeps your motivation high throughout the day. Plus, it's got a pretty interesting backstory. The name comes from the Italian word tomato, and the creator of it had a tomato-shaped timer in the kitchen. So there's a little bit of trivia for you. If you're looking for resources to help you with the Pomodoro technique, I highly recommend Flow Time, and the website is flowtime.biz. It's actually an app that I own, and it is built for the Pomodoro technique. So it's a Pomodoro timer / website blocker, and it's totally free, so check it out, give it a shot. Up next, we have the 5th hack, which is eat the frog. Now, imagine you're cleaning your house and you have several tasks to complete. And one of the tasks is a messy, disorganized master bedroom that's going to take a while to clean and organize. If you start by cleaning these smaller, easier rooms, then you're probably going to procrastinate on cleaning the messy master bedroom or feel too exhausted to tackle it whenever you finally get to it. But if you tackle the master bedroom first, then the rest of your cleaning tasks are, by comparison, going to feel a lot easier and less daunting. The eat the frog method is similar in that it suggests that you tackle your most challenging tasks, like the messy closet or the messy bedroom, first. By doing so, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment that will help motivate you to accomplish the other tasks way more easily, and you're going to feel a much greater sense of satisfaction whenever you're finally finished. The 6th productivity hack is the 80-20 rule, or the Pareto Principle, which is to focus on the 20% of tasks that deliver 80% of the results. Now, the Pareto Principle is well understood and it applies to all areas of life and even the universe. It's not just business. So 20% of criminals commit 80% of the crimes. 20% of drivers cause 80% of all traffic accidents. 80% of pollution originates from 20% of all factories. And the list goes on and on and on. And it's actually worth Googling if you're curious to get more examples. But here at Forecaster, the Pareto Principle is seen all over the place. So for customer acquisition, about 80% of our customers come from partnerships. And even within partnerships, about 80% of our customers come from the top 20% of partners. And it's actually funny because whenever Steven and I started Forecaster, we really really envisioned a robust, diverse customer acquisition funnel, and we thought it was really important to make sure that all channels were roughly equal to prevent concentration risk. But eventually we found that no, actually that's not how the world works. In most businesses, the majority of customers come from a very small number of customer acquisition channels. So the 80-20 principle is pretty universal throughout all of business. And look at your day-to-day activities. I'd be willing to bet about half my equity that the vast majority of things that actually move the business forward come from a shockingly small amount of things that you actually do. So don't fight the Pareto Principle. It's a law of nature. Just lean into it. Find the 20% and make that your focal point. Which leads me to the 7th hack, which is eliminate distractions. Now, on average, US workers lose about 1 hour and 18 minutes every day due to distractions. And if we calculate that out for an entire year, that's about 340 hours of lost productivity a year, which is pretty crazy. And research shows that workplace distractions cost US businesses about $650 billion annually. Now, this is a big one, and it seems as though our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, and we're way more easily distracted now than we've ever been. Just think about all of the notifications that pop up on your home lock screen or your phone that buzzes every 5 minutes. It can be super frustrating. It can totally kill your productivity. And once you get distracted, it can be really hard to get back into the zone. So I recommend turning on the focus mode on your phone and listening to binaural beats as you work, and finding a quiet workspace to minimize all of your distractions. The 8th productivity hack is single tasking. Now, many people think that they're being productive by juggling multiple tasks at once, but they're actually spreading themselves too thin and hampering their overall productivity. To illustrate this, I want you to picture a juggler with way too many balls in the air. So initially, they may be able to keep the balls moving, but as more and more balls are added, their focus becomes divided and their performance suffers. And eventually, they're going to start dropping balls and they're going to struggle to regain control. Similarly, whenever we try to handle multiple tasks simultaneously, our focus becomes divided and our performance on each task diminishes. By focusing on a single task, we give our full attention to that task, ensuring that it's completed effectively and efficiently. And this is the essence of single tasking. And coming in at number 9 is daily planning. Benjamin Franklin said, if you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. You can plan your upcoming day the night before, or you can do it the morning of. But daily planning will help you in 1, prioritization, so you can prioritize tasks based off their importance and their urgency, which is going to ensure that you focus on the most important and critical tasks first. 2, it's going to help you with time management. So planning your day allows you to allocate your time effectively, which is going to reduce the likelihood of wasting time on unproductive activities or procrastinating. And 3, it's going to help with goal setting. So daily planning is going to help you set and achieve short-term goals, which can contribute to your long-term success and satisfaction. And 4, it's going to help you with stress reduction. So by having a plan in place, you can reduce stress and anxiety associated with feeling overwhelmed or uncertain about what's going to happen next. So spend 15 minutes every day outlining your day on your calendar, and you'll be amazed at how much you can do if you actually keep up with your calendar. Which brings me to my last hack, which is to take regular breaks. So schedule breaks throughout the day to recharge and maintain focus. Sometimes you may need to take a longer break and go on vacation, and this is going to help you from burning out altogether. The best advice that I have here is to be proactive, and that usually means taking prolonged periods of time away from the business and not thinking about the business at all. We know all too well that once you're burnt out, it's super difficult to get that spark back within you. So it's best just to try to prevent it altogether. It's actually pretty easy to avoid burnout. If you start to notice and you see signs of it, you're getting tired or you're not as engaged as you once were, just go on vacation. It's worth it. And don't convince yourself that you always have to be on, because it's just not true. And now that you know my top 10 hacks to stay productive for most of the day, click on this video to learn what you need to do if you want to become a millionaire.